Welcome to Lincroft, New Jersey, here at Brookdale Community College on the men's soccer field. We have a matinee on Saturday today between the Brookdale men's soccer team and Gloucester. I'm Gus Filomeno, this is CJ Monaco, and we're getting ready for the ball to be dropped.
Good morning, Gus.
Good morning, CJ.
It looks like it is a morning for you.
Yes, it is.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
It's good to be anywhere.
Exactly. It's so nice out.
It is. We got the Jersey Blues in their home white, and you got the visiting Gloucester
In blue.
in blue. Go figure.
Yeah. And Brookdale's record is quite impressive.
They are 11-1-1. They are coached by Dave Janazik. And for those of you interested in Dave, Dave is a former player at Monmouth and played professionally in Italy. He is actually even, he's coached at the Division I level, Division II level, and he works very frequently with the men's under-20 national team as a trainer.
That's quite a resume.
And he's building it day after day. He's walked into the Brookdale program, and they are now ranked number 5 in the nation. So I asked the question of Dave when I had a chance to sit down and talk with him, you know, what kind of pressure do you have? Their record last year was over 20 wins, and they lost in the first round of the tournament. And he's just excited to be where he is. And they do have several returning sophomores. So it's a matter of getting them to remember what happened last year and how they can avoid that.
And, their last game against Bergen, the team that eliminated them the season before, it was just Brookdale came out high intensity the whole game, you know, with something to prove. And they actually, I would say, put defense first. They really weren't, you know.
There's a nice cross. Just missed the head of Kyle Anucci. From Ocean Grove.
Anachino.
He is a freshman forward who had 3 goals, registered a hat trick Thursday against Bergen County. Another BCC, if you will. You know, we have several guys on this team who are, and it's down the wing. Ryan Morris, who is one of the top players in the country right now.
The last game, surprisingly, the whole game, Marco Fernandez opened up a lot of scoring opportunities for Brookdale. It all started with him taking the ball at midfield from the Bergen players and almost getting, you know, I would say the perfect type of hockey assist. You know, assist to assist, and, you know, everybody was playing in total unison, and that's where
what's great about
Kyle Anachino came in, played absolutely amazing the whole time. You know, every time he kicked the ball, it was a rocket shot.
There's something that's always to be said for a guy who can lay the ball around the field. And Ryan Morris is actually a transfer from West Virginia.
Wow.
Came here to get a little bit more playing time so he can go back to West Virginia. And back to the keeper. And Tyler Daly's going to start the ball up the field. There you go. There's Ryan Morris laying the ball in. Oh, a poor attempt at a clear from Gloucester almost results in a Brookdale goal. Now, Gloucester is a 500 team at, I believe, 5-5-1. If I studied up correctly. So it's
actually pretty good, yeah.
It's a little mix of good, little mix of bad, but here we go again.
And And
Tyler
Brookdale's
Daly.
on quite a streak, and they are undefeated in their division, which is
Yeah.
always nice.
Undefeated in their division. They're 11-1-1, 8-0-1 in the division. Yeah.
And this is a division game.
This is a division game. They are 4-0-1 here at home. They in the nation. They are in the top 5 in the nation on shots, goals scored. Goals against average. And their goalkeeper, Brad Bennett, from Middletown South, is actually the #1 goalkeeper in the country right now. 11 shutouts. All their victories, every victory that they have has come by way of a shutout.
I would say their last game against Bergen, not to take anything away from Brookdale's goalkeeper, Bergen couldn't get it past midfield the whole game.
Yeah.
Just by, solely on Tyler Daly and Robert Fortune, anything that came their way, they would clear the ball out every time.
Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful ball by Ryan Morris. Gloucester clears it out with a little runner on the keeper. Now, and occasionally you're going to have that in the game of soccer where a team is inferior. Now, Brad Bennett's stats are based on a 10-plus game sample. So you are looking at a goalie who, over at minimum 10 games, is leading the country in all the major statistical categories. Got a throw in for Gloucester. Number 22, Keith Monahan. Now you want to keep your eye on Keith Monahan. Coach Janazik has said he is definitely a guy who can move the ball around to different parts of the field. Robert Fortune picks up the ball and sends it in again. Justin Gregory, one of the captains for Brookdale, picks up the ball, knocks it out to the right. Tyler Daly. And a wayward pass results in a Gloucester goal kick.
He's not on the field right now, but Tyler Gilson set up one of Kyle Anacino's goals. He took a shot on goal from midfield, bounced off the goalkeeper, and Kyle was right there for a nice chip shot.
And so your two captains today for Brookdale are Justin Gregory and Patrick Holliday.
This is Pat's second season at Brookdale.
So he's one of those guys we were talking about earlier who can draw on last year's disappointment after a great season.
I think Brookdale is one of the only teams in their division that has the right amount of freshmen and the right amount of sophomores.
They have a good mix. And the freshmen they have here, the thing you have to remember about Coach Janazik is there are people who are here solely because he is here. And, it's a perk to having a coach with the talent that Coach Janazik has. I grew up playing with Coach Janazik, so I know firsthand what he's capable of. We'll give and go.
And Coach Janazik has a nice resume, but let's not forget, you do too.
I do what I can. But I enjoy calling the games now.
Ooh.
Oh. Little rough play in the box, but you know what, Gus? They're men.
Exactly. Rub some dirt on it.
It was really not as playable a ball as. If that ball was more playable, you would have probably seen a whistle, or heard a whistle rather. But the ball wasn't as playable as one would think.
One thing during the second half of the Bergen game, things got very, very chippy between Bergen and Brookdale. A lot of the Bergen men really not going for the ball, and a lot of the stoppage time was due to overreacting.
Oh, there you go. A lot of bumping and running in that offensive third for Brookdale.
A lot of overreacting towards certain calls. Even
you get over the back on Keith Monahan. Going Gloucester.
And when people fall, it's okay. It's just it's a lot better when it's inadvertent. You know, you never want to see guys push.
Soccer is one of those games where sometimes you have to. I hate to say you don't want to play dirty, but you do if there comes a point where you just have to take the. You might have to take a call or a card in order to. You know, it's like taking a pass interference in football, as opposed to an offensive pass interference just to keep the guy from intercepting it.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's necessary, as long as it's not dirty.
Yeah.
You can commit a foul without it being dirty. And there's a shot on goal by number 9, Kyle Anacino.
I know. You want to say Anacino. You do.
I do. You're reading my mind.
I was doing that, but then when I had to interview him, I had to tell him I apologize for butchering that the whole game. It's okay, Kyle. I got your back. Commentators are people too.
We are.
You know,
we're human.
Exactly.
We make the mistakes. Ryan Morris carries the ball up and attempted a through ball. You know what I'm noticing about the Brookdale men is even when there's an errant pass, they seem to be right on top of whomever picks up that errant pass for Gloucester and seem to be taking the ball right back from them. So even an errant pass turns into something positive. And shot just wide.
And we have 13 minutes into this game, and Brookdale's taken a couple of shots on goal.
Yes,
At least
have.
4 or 5.
Nothing too dangerous yet, but you know what they say, the more you take, the more dangerous they get. You know, if you're just tuning in, you have the Brookdale men in their home white uniforms, number 5 in the nation, taking on Gloucester, who have an up and down season in their blue away unis, and they're sitting at a record of 5-5 with 1 tie, or a draw as we call it. I do like what I'm seeing out of Brookdale with the passing. They're not in any sort of rush to just push into something dangerous. And Ryan Morris is caught off sides. Just caught.
That's one thing Brookdale does do is make crispy, clean passes.
Well, they're not afraid to go back with it. They're not afraid to wait for something to open up as opposed to forcing something which could have poor results. And they are on top of every ball, it seems like, here.
I think one thing that makes them one of the better teams in this division is their communication. They're always talking.
And that's one thing I can tell you from knowing Dave back in the day. Coach Janazik is always, any teams that he was on, that was a strong part of what they did. They talked to each other on the field. You got a lot of movement, and you got your captain, Justin Gregory, making a run from the sweeper position. And got a little push off there, and ball is coming back Brookdale's way with a free kick for Gloucester. And Justin Gregory kind of questioning the ref there. You kind of want to stay away from that for a little bit. Not something you want to be doing right off the bat. We are just 15 minutes into this first half. Scoreless tie. Brookdale pushing. And another aimless ball played towards the Brookdale net. And keeper Brad Bennett puts the ball in play. And cleared out by Gloucester's number 15. I'll tell you what, Christopher Patrick, from a sophomore from Gloucester, can definitely get up. Oh, dangerous ball played right in front of the net, and the keeper came way off his line.
Actually, Ryan Morris, too. He's got some bunnies in his legs.
You know, Brookdale has does have several players that are being scouted pretty much on a weekly and daily basis here. And we also have, like I mentioned, you know, we have a transfer from West Virginia. And that's Ryan Morris. Tyler Gilson, who's number 15, is a transfer from James Madison University. So we have guys who know how to play and know how to play big-time soccer. Got a corner kick for Brookdale. Set pieces, very dangerous. Ball across, back into the box. Oh, that's a goal. That is a goal.
By Kyle.
By Kyle Anacino. Now, Kyle Anacino from Ocean Grove, New Jersey, seems to be on a big roll lately. 3 goals in Thursday's game. A goal right here.
He's just getting started today.
And he is a freshman forward, like I said, out of Ocean Grove, New Jersey. A nice find for Coach Janazik and his Brookdale team. And Kyle is seemingly not done. He is running all over the place. And a throw in for Gloucester. A little pushing, a little shoving. It's a good way to keep the ball in there. There you go. And Brookdale settles it down. And they're moving it back upfield. Oh, got some jersey pulling. Got some definite jersey pulling. And you got some Brookdale players complaining, but what they're not realizing is there was total advantage there. Brad Bennett slowing play down. Back in the net there. He's going to get his guys to control themselves. And they're going to switch fields. You have to really respect what Brookdale is doing here as far as their passing game goes. They're really they're playing perfect passes into open spaces. They're not afraid to pull back and let things open up for them, Gus. And an errant shot on goal.
And they've played solid defense the whole game.
They have
not
thus far.
making anything easy for Gloucester coming down their end, pushing them into the corner.
You know, and that's what Coach Janazik really stresses is the basics of this game. It's all about the basics as far as Dave is concerned. And they seem to have those basics down. I like the way they switch fields. I like the way they pass. They're all very talented enough to hold the ball and wait. And they move into open spaces very well. Nice ball down the side being run on by Andy Caban from Red Bank. And result is a goal kick. Mm, 24 minutes left in the first half. Brookdale, Jersey Blues are leading 1-0 on a goal by Kyle Anacino. Beautiful day here in Monmouth County, Lincroft. He lofts the ball in, and keeper, who seems to be living off the line, makes a save and puts it out. See, Brookdale's defense clamps down. Oh, but an errant pass. And then here you go, Marco Fernandez. A free kick for Brookdale. Brookdale's going to settle themselves down. Nice and easy. And a pass into the middle. The side judge has his flag up for something, but couldn't be an offsides.
He's just testing the wind.
Sometimes you got to see which way that flag is going to blow. Now, to Gloucester's credit, they are not backing down. Brookdale's defense just seems too much for him, however. And Brookdale starts to move it up methodically again.
That's another thing Brookdale does very well. All their players play defense. Their forwards come out and play defense. They don't take plays off.
No, they don't. And Coach Janazik really stresses play. As much as they're in a position, they all have the same job. You know, it's really the basics of soccer. Take the ball from the other player. Goal kick here for Gloucester. Time winding down, getting close to the 20-minute mark remaining. And a nice turnout here on a nice day, Gus.
Absolutely. Lincroft is the perfect place for fall weather. With all the trees and
do a little apple picking after you're done with the game.
Absolutely.
And again, Brookdale controls the ball. I mean, Brookdale can almost lull you to sleep with their patience in their passing game. It's definitely fun to watch. That's a... Oh, and your side judge is calling a goal kick. But the referee awards a corner kick nonetheless. And I heard the substitution for Brookdale coming onto the field. It looks like Justin. Who does it look like? Cannot see a number from here. Can you help me out, Gus?
13.
Number 13.
Nick
Buchero. From Howell. Oh, what a nice kick across the field.
Ooh.
Back in. Brookdale seems to be very, very efficient with these set pieces as well. And I love it. They come back. They're going to reset their field. Gloucester steps up and puts it back down. They are not afraid to just stop and slow the pace of this. Every time the game quickens up on the Gloucester side, Gus, Brookdale just seems to stop the ball, put it back to a defender, and kind of just slows the pace down immediately. Whenever things get too quick, too heavy, they really know how to slow the game down and kind of get it back to where they want it to be.
Yeah. And this game is moving very quick.
There's very few whistles, very few fouls. The fouls that are being committed seem to be minor at best, and the referee is doing a great job of letting them play through it. You don't want to stop this game unless you have to. And again, Brookdale pushing it up. And number 13, Nick Buchero, just into the game, makes a run on, and a cross that goes wide, right of the goal. And some substitution. A sub in for Gloucester. Number 3 makes his way onto the field. Who we just can't locate at the moment. That phantom player.
Anonymous.
The 30 rosters that I do have here. Giuseppe Bua is his name, but he's a man down now. Man down is number 9, Brendan D'Angelo for Gloucester. But he's back up kind of quick. A little stunned for the moment. Make his way to the side of the field. Get checked out a little bit. And he will be getting replaced by Joe Russin. Ball gets back, knocked back to the keeper. And your Gloucester keeper puts the ball back in play. Now, Gus, last 6 games for Brookdale. Brookdale is 5-0-1 with 5 shutouts and a draw to Camden County. And Brookdale is just moving the ball around, seems at will. Brookdale is certainly playing their game. Not feeding into anything. And cleared wide to the left. Our left, their right.
And Gloucester really hasn't played bad. They just haven't been able to get the shots on goal that they want.
No. No, Gloucester hasn't played bad at all. They just can't, like I said, it's just Brookdale holding on to the ball and really doing what they want to do.
One mistake, one rebound goal to himself, Kyle Anacino.
Oh, that's why set pieces are so important here. That's why set pieces are so critical. Oh.
Ooh.
There was a little flurry there. The referee, the line judge had his flag raised. And the crowd got a little excited over a would-be goal that would have been called back anyway. And Brookdale picks it up. I am truly impressed by Brookdale's ability to control the pace of this game. They have been able to dictate at whim how fast or how slow they want this game to progress. And there's a one-time shot by Andy Caban. Not right. Nice little flip pass, heel pass there. Onto the goalkeeper. Harmless. Fruitless. Everybody catch a break. Ball in play. And Brookdale starts to move the play upfield again. And Brookdale is using both ends of it. I mean, they're going from sideline to sideline here, which in turn is making Gloucester run. You know, that is the one thing they are really doing is they are forcing the players from Gloucester to run side to side in a pretty much constant back and forth from one sideline to the other.
And Gloucester hasn't seen much offense the whole game.
It's hard when you're chasing the ball. And Brookdale hasn't been very forceful at pushing the ball to the net. They've taken their shots when they've had a chance, but they are consistently tiring this Gloucester team out. We are now under 15 minutes to go in the first half.
Checking back in is Kyle Anacino and Dan O'Sullivan.
Dan is from Hazlitt. He's a freshman midfielder. One thing, and you know, the thing that Coach Janazik realizes is every time out, he's going to get absolutely the best out of the other team because they are who they are, and they've done what they've done. That's a play on. And again, Brookdale just slows the pace down. You know what? Let's take our time. Let's do what we want to do. I love this style of play. This is just this is the way the game should be played. When it's played right, in my opinion, this is it. And a ball on and picked up by the keeper. You know, and on a side note, the goals scored by Brookdale, 43 overall, are 4th in the nation. So they can score. And they rank 1st in the nation in assists, 3rd in the nation in corner kicks. And just to let you know how clean this Brookdale team is, they have neither a yellow or red card throughout the entire season thus far. A dangerous ball cleared behind the net, excuse me, resulting in a corner kick for Brookdale. And if you're Gloucester, this is where you got to tighten it down because Brookdale's already scored off of one. It seems like these set pieces are where Brookdale has been the most dangerous, in this game at least anyway. Ball's out. Tried to lay it even right across the top of the goal. Closing in on 10 minutes to go in this game in the first half. Brookdale men leading Gloucester 1-0. Just tuning in, Brookdale is in their home white. Gloucester is in their away blue. And Brookdale is just really, really dictating the pace of this game. And again, Brookdale not afraid to just slow it down. And Brookdale moving up the field with Captain Justin Gregory. Little errant pass. Not too much. Gloucester looks like a tired team. And
They do.
I really think it's largely in part to the running that Brookdale is just forcing them to do. Some fancy footwork and a shot by, again, number 9, Kyle Anacino. And we are officially under the 10-minute mark here. Some subs coming in for Brookdale. Number 10, Ryan Morris from Freehold checking back in. Some fresh legs for Brookdale. Throwing for Gloucester.
Hold it, drop.
And Ryan Morris. And a nice move. And he dips a ball in. And it's cleared by Gloucester. Throwing Brookdale. Keep it simple. And a cross that didn't reach the middle of the 18 there. And again, Brookdale slows the pace down. Now, Brookdale has so much space and so many opportunities to just move the ball wherever they choose. And Gloucester's defense has been tough. They're not able to make the runs and lay the balls in. I think that they're trying to get laid in. Game getting on the physical side, but nothing major. And Kyle Anacino just seems to be almost in every forward play. Coach Janazik says Kyle just has a nose for the goal. Out of Neptune High School. He's He's from Ocean Grove. And again, Ryan Morris making the move results in another Brookdale corner kick
6:57 left in this game.
in the first half.
That's true. So
You
you're
have
on
a-
top of your game today, CJ.
We have a whole nother half to go, my friend. And another a dangerous ball, but again, Gloucester's defense has played tough. As much as Brookdale has controlled the tempo of the game, Gloucester's defense has really... Well, ow, and that's a little roughness going on here. Actually, that was number 8 for Brookdale, Durham Fishta, and he's lucky he didn't get a yellow card there. That could have been Brookdale's first yellow card of the season, and it almost warranted it. There's no play at the ball whatsoever. And again, the game flowing along so well, and it just seems once we get under this 10-minute mark, there's a little... Both teams are getting a little antsy and a little more physical than they had been previously. I feel like Gloucester's almost pushed all their players into the defensive third of the field and kind of forgone, left one player up. And it's one of the reasons Brookdale's defense is able to do what they're doing, because they're really only defending one player. And a ball into the box, and keeper takes complete control. And the keeper has not, for Gloucester, has not done a bad job today.
Considering all the shots Brookdale took on goal.
He has been able to keep his composure, and with the exception of a knock-around corner kick that kind of bounced around to a couple different places in there that Kyle tucked away, he's been able to keep everything else out of the net. And when you are Brookdale, when you're number 5 in the nation, you are going to get their best week after week. Anybody who comes in here to play Brookdale you're going to get their best.
Coming out to Lincroft is never going to be a fun visit.
This is true. But you always, and the positive thing for any other team coming in here is when you're playing a team that's ranked in the nation, you have 4-year schools, Division I, Division II schools that are out here scouting. So you always have that chance to make an impression, even playing for the opposing team. So you really are going to get the best that the other team has to offer, only because they may in fact just be looking to impress for their own good gain. And player down number 8, stopping with 3 minutes to go. Number 8 took one who's number 8 is Durham Fishta, who had his knee heavily wrapped as it was. Took one off the knee and is in a large amount of pain, it looks like, on the field. He's in a large amount of pain, Gus. that already heavily taped and wrapped knee. He really took a heavy ball off of there. It's a tough break. And Durham Fishta has kind of been a fixture throughout this whole game in the middle of the field. Kind of blocking everything. Kind of clogging that middle drain there. And trying to get up on up under his own power seems a little difficult. The movement, and unfortunately, never like to see the cart come out.
One thing in any sport, knees are no joke.
They are not.
They hurt.
I speak from experience. The knee is a painful place to go when you got an injury. I just hope he's all right here. That knee is heavily wrapped. So it looks like he could have re-injured something that was already injured in the first place. He's going to get a big round of applause. A good show of sportsmanship. The Gloucester team there. And in particular, by number 3, Giuseppe Bua, who I think was involved in it or around it, personally goes over to shake the hand. And the players get back on the field with about 2 minutes and 59 seconds remaining. In this first half, the Brookdale men thus far have been overwhelmingly in control of the ball. Now, going into half, you have to, if you're Gloucester, down only 1-0 to the number 5 ranked team in the country, you got to go into halftime feeling good about yourself.
Absolutely.
And you have to feel good about the way your defense is played, in particular. You do have to be a little unhappy about how your offense has been kind of non-existent. And a little roughhousing there, and part of the game. Corner kick. That is the first deep drive for Gloucester, and leads to the first corner kick. Let's see what Gloucester can do on their set pieces. Waiting for their formation to get set, and ball's in play. Nice cross in off their corner kick, but nobody was able to get to it, and it leads to a Brookdale goal kick. Under the 2-minute mark now, Gus. And if you're Brookdale, you just hold the ball. You hope that your own player is good. And you go into the half trying to figure out how you beat the defense that Gloucester's putting up. You know, I mean, Gloucester's head coach is Jason Dugan, and he came in, obviously had a game plan for his defense, and his defense has been fairly suffocating.
We have 52 seconds left in this half.
And they cross in and clear it out again. They seem to have really plugged up the middle. Gloucester has on Brookdale. It seems to be whatever comes through the middle is getting knocked back out at them. Just 30 seconds left now. And nothing pressing. And Gloucester clears. And Brookdale pushes it back in. And the goalie comes out off of his line, make a save. And you're down to 5 seconds. Not looking for anything. And
your first half is over. Brookdale Jersey Blues 1, Gloucester nothing. Stay tuned for more Brookdale sports.
Light the way.
Oh, Gizmo! Nope, nope.
Motion sensor lighting can reduce your average energy consumption by as much as 33%. Answer the call.
This could be good. Hey, you.
We're back here after the half between the Brookdale Jersey Blues leading Gloucester at Lincroft, New Jersey. CJ,
yes,
coming
Gus.
into the second half, what do you think Gloucester needs to do in order to make this game tied?
They have to attack. They seem to have. It's kind of dangerous. They seem to have stifled the Brookdale scoring attack at the cost of their own offense. It seems like they've faded almost everybody back in an attempt to prevent, in an attempt to be being scored on. They've kind of given up their ability to score against, and as a coach, you're happy to be down only 1-0 against a team that's ranked number 5 in the nation, but you're not really an offensive threat at this point. If you're Brookdale, you're frustrated that you've only been able to put 1 goal in the back of the net, and at the same time, you're thrilled at your ability to just control the whole game in every facet. I mean, you're holding onto the ball for time. You are passing the ball at will. You're controlling the pace. You're making the other team run. But you have to have a little bit of frustration at the fact that you're not ahead more than you are.
And one thing Gloucester has to be happy with is there's plenty of time in this game to tie this game up. You know, you don't want to get too
beautiful
happy.
ball through, beautiful, and
You don't want to get too happy and content with Brookdale having a 1 goal lead, but you know, this game is very tieable.
it is, and that's if you're Brookdale's coach, you're saying to your guys, you know, one mistake could cost us a tie. One mistake puts the game in a tie. One mistake can cost us a win. You want to give yourself some breathing room. know, Brookdale comes out in the second half, and they're essentially doing what they did in the first half, passing-wise and ball control-wise. Again, the keeper comes off his line to clear a ball.
Gloucester's goalkeeper's had a lot of action.
He's had some work for him. He's not bored. Now Gloucester is pushing a ball through and just a bit too far ahead, and Brookdale's able to control the ball.
And Gloucester is yet to take a clean shot on goal.
They haven't. You know, Brookdale is just controlling the pace of the game and essentially dictating what happens. And as nice as it is to be up 1-0, you do have to be worried about that, you know, mental mistake that could cost you a goal in a game that you have really controlled 100% of. And there's Brookdale with a free kick. And you're about to see what we can do with an on-field set piece. First decent positioned free kick for Brookdale this afternoon. Cloud cover's starting to move in a little bit. Kind of cooling us off here.
It's always nice. That Lincroft sun is unforgiving.
It can be on this open field we have here. No real shade to speak of. And just errant. Justin Gregory almost looks angry with himself at that missed kick there.
You know, Justin Gregory really hasn't gotten the looks he's probably wanted since the last game. Against Bergen, he took close to 10 shots, taking a goal. So we haven't really seen him take a shot the whole game.
Yeah, and just even that free kick there was nowhere near on goal. And our other captain, Pat Holliday, and errant shot on goal that fades to the right.
And you know, sometimes when you're a team that's on a streak, sometimes you can be a little lax going into your next game, thinking, oh, it's a division game, we have this, we've dominated. You need a game like this to wake you up and see how your team responds to a situation like this. You're not always going to be up 4-0.
No, you're not, even when you should be. And you just want to see how they respond to almost just the frustration of it all. They don't look as crisp here in the second half as they did in the first half. More winnable balls for Gloucester. Nice ball there, though. Kyle Anacino lays. Oh, there's some holding in the box there, but the ref is allowing it to be played through. And a booming shot by Pat Holliday.
It's never easy when you come off a game against a team that's got 3 wins, and then you're going against a bottom feeder in your division, and then your next game is against a team that's right there in the middle.
Absolutely. I mean, and they're playing like they have. I mean, Gloucester's playing like they have something to play for here. And if you're Gloucester, you want to stay 500 at a minimum to make the postseason. You want to stay at 500. So you are essentially playing for your playoff life with each game. And another shot wide by Pat Holliday, a sophomore captain out of Howell, New Jersey. His second year on the team again. Another guy on the team who can speak to disappointment following a great regular season. you know, and I think Derek Jeter put it the best the other day when he said, it's one thing to do well in the regular season, but once the postseason starts, that's when the real season begins. And if you're Brookdale, you kind of know you're going there.
And that was a great interview by Derek Jeter when he said, it doesn't matter how you get in as long as you're there to get that opportunity.
Absolutely. And you have a ball played through kind of weakly by Gloucester. There's no, and this is what I'm talking about, Gus. Even when the ball gets in deep to the Brookdale end, it just seems like Gloucester's got so many people back defending that there's just nobody up to make any sort of offensive run. And a delayed free kick called against Gloucester, so moving forward Brookdale's way. Just at the 37-minute mark here, just about.
Gloucester hasn't gotten to that point where the clock is working against them.
Not yet. And a call against Brookdale.
This is a defensive scrum type of game.
Absolutely. You know, it's waiting for Brookdale to get back to the crispness that they were exhibiting in that first half. It just doesn't seem to be there right at this minute. Hasn't been there since they opened the half. Still controlling the ball for a majority of the play, but not with as much assertiveness as they had, almost will, that they had in that first half. And there's a trip and a free kick for Gloucester. And you see Coach Danezek over there, pretty, not that he's emotionless, he's just fairly even, not too up or too down.
No. I wish I could say the same for Coach Chiswick. And
Gloucester making another run, and
the
errant cross that fades to the right of the net.
And you're right about Coach Janeza. You know, kind of like, you know, one coach on staff you can really compare him to is Coach Bob Dubina, the women's head coach. The only time I've ever seen Bob get up is when a call is obviously wrong. So Bob mostly, you know, he's almost like Phil Jackson. You never really see them yell.
The first base coach for the New York Yankees is like that. The only time you see Girardi go to the first base umpire is when their first base coach gets upset about a call at first base, and there's a guy where you know something's wrong if he's saying something. You know, and Coach Janezek is a very calming influence over there on the side. You can see his players don't get too far up or too far down about anything that's going on. There's not too much questioning on the calls.
And Coach Janez is obviously a player's coach because you can tell his players love playing for him.
Yeah, Coach, he's learned where Coach Janezek has played. Like I said, he's come up. He's trained. He's been a trainer for the national team, the under-20 national team, frequently with the under-20 national team. He's held posts at Division I and Division II schools. He's played Division I at Monmouth, and he's played professionally in Italy. And to get to those places, you have to have some emotion, but not overly emotional. And you have to have talent.
There's plenty of that here on that Brookdale team.
And a ball just put on the top of the net. 33 minutes to go in the second half.
And as great as the soccer season's been, CJ, our last game next Saturday, October 13th. Then we got to gear it up for November in the arena.
Basketball season officially opened this past week.
Absolutely.
Gus's first love and passion.
Absolutely.
We will essentially be switching roles in the basketball season. I will be making you laugh with the color. You will be calling the action.
I'm going to make you call the action one game, CJ. You have to.
I'll hold my own.
Absolutely.
I love me some b-ball.
Exactly.
Love the hoops. Looking forward to it. A little different in the sense that it's live.
That's true.
So the things that they edit out here
Cannot be edited.
cannot be edited out in live action.
Yes, we've...
So when we're talking about what you had for dinner last night here and it gets edited out.
Exactly. You have to be in tip-top shape.
I am making it seem like we talk about a whole lot more than we really do.
This is true.
That gets edited out.
And we have sponsorships. We have to do those right, too.
Excellent. So I get free stuff?
Yep.
Excellent. I got to talk to Coach Nazik after the game about some free stuff then.
I'm shopping us a sponsor with the couple of products. We haven't. I haven't consulted you on it yet. It's not
Not official?
not official now.
Oh, and it looks like Brookdale is putting down a corner kick. Thinking about a quick kick there, but covered well. And ball in play. Another in the middle.
Not that me and CJ are needy for a sponsorship, but you know we'll take anything: toothpaste, cereal, clothes,
Yes.
beverages.
Oh, great save by the keeper. Gloucester keeper came out and just punched it away. I'm sorry to
It's
interrupt
okay.
you there, Gus.
That was
Action
amazing.
dictated it. Tell you what, the Gloucester keeper has himself looking good there.
Yeah. There's anyone not looking at this kid's resume.
I'll tell you what, what I'm seeing, there's no, trying to look my other paperwork, see if we have a starting keeper so I can identify him correctly. Looks like Zach Jeffries is your starting and current goalkeeper for Gloucester. Oh, and another good save by Gloucester, by Mr. Jeffries, but all for naught because
That was Ryan Morris sticking with it.
Ryan Morris was called offsides.
And we have 29:33 left in this game, CJ.
Plenty of time. You're still not in panic mode for Gloucester.
That was Pat Holliday with a nice save.
And now, I have to be honest, I don't see Brookdale, not that they're in any need to be in a panic mode, but balls that they would ordinarily let roll out and take the throw in, they are keeping inbounds. Another pass. Oh, that's a nice pass. And moving the ball outside for an in keeper again.
And nothing easy here for GCC.
No, not at all. Nothing is easy, but I have to be honest, these shots that Brookdale are getting off, are not quality shots, and they are not, even the unquality shots are not coming easily. I can see a little bit of frustration on the Brookdale end.
Even the goal Kyle Anacino had gotten, it was
not an easy.
He actually really made something out of nothing. He was in a crowd, stuck with it.
Oh. A good run by Kyle Anacino, but all for naught. Ball taken by Brookdale. Second half has become more physical. Not in an unclean way, but it has definitely become more physical. The referee on several occasions has allowed play to play on, while some players are looking for a call.
You know, first calling soccer with you, CJ, I had a hard time being able to tell an elite soccer player from, you know, your average. But I think Kyle Anacino has that elite factor to his game.
From what I've seen, he has the ability. And a shot on goal. Oh! Keeper knocks it down. You know, Mr. Zach Jeffries knocked that ball down and saved it. He is now getting some work in there, and he's making himself look good. Kind of a crazy, dangerous play over there.
Yeah.
You don't leave your feet and...
A 360 onto his behind.
It's a very dangerous... just the... almost swinging wildly. But you can see a bit of frustration on the Brookdale side, just in the sense that their passes are less on the mark, and they're more towards the goal as opposed to towards a player. And it's almost, you just see the frustration mounting. If you're Brookdale, you do want to put some space between you and Gloucester. And it looks like if you're the referee over on our side, you need a chair.
Absolutely.
Because he looks tired.
Referee's looking always spiffy.
He's looking aged, is what he is. Excuse me, sir, my grandfather would like to ref a game as well. Can we arrange that?
This is true. You wouldn't want me reffing soccer. I'd let everything go on.
I think a good referee allows most of it to happen.
I believe in letting the kids play.
There are things you have to call just to prevent a game from getting out of hand. But if there you see, and that you let go. You let that go. Both players were pushing off of each other.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Yeah. Little ricocheting and Gloucester's way. Little arguing, little frustrating, and I'll tell you what, here's where in the first half where things were not being questioned by players, you have a lot of questioning going on here.
Push it vertical. Hear me? Push it vertical. Guys are making it easy.
Pat, first one out. First one out. Daly, first one out.
D'Angelo, check and run off. D'Angelo, check and run off.
We have a good crowd here, CJ.
Our average attendance is 156. We are number 2 overall in attendance. So people come out and see this team play.
It's better than our basketball. It's true.
So, what I am noticing here is Gloucester also brought with them a good following for the game.
That's true.
I do hear cheering
You
on
almost
Gloucester's end.
You almost have to whisper. You don't want a Gloucester parent.
And another shot. Oh, just a quick shot.
And I want to say that's the Gloucester goalie's at least 12 save.
At least, yeah, minimum. He has definitely been put in a spot where he's had to not. I'd say that's his 4th or 5th quality save and
Offsides.
offsides.
Second. That's got to hurt
That's
for
Ryan Morris. Yeah, he tucked that in the back of the net, only to find out that a sideline judge had his flag a waving. Wasn't just checking the wind. There was purpose.
The Gloucester goalie's one Kyle Anacino goal away from, having probably one of the best games of his life.
He's had 4 or 5 quality saves. He's had to touch the ball quite often, but he's had a good 4 to 5 quality saves. That you would actually, even though he's touched the ball a lot, you'd say 4 or 5 quality. You'd say Brookdale's had 4 or 5 goal scoring opportunities, quality shots. And through it all, you see Coach Janazik still fairly calm.
Well, it's always good to be calm when you're winning.
I actually had a coach who was angrier when we were up because he felt no matter what happened, he felt we should be playing better. If you're up by 3, you should be up by 5. If you're not up by 5, then you're just lazy.
Okay. I had the basketball coach in high school. Very lax. You couldn't do anything wrong with this guy. We were down by 20 once, and he was just like, Gus, just shoot the ball. Just shoot it, and if it goes in, goes in. We wound up winning that game. We were down by 20.
Calming influence on the sideline.
Honestly, I think that made me mad. I was expecting to be yelled at. I mean, no one likes being down by 20, but reverse psychology. That's the name of the game.
See, these passes are getting a little. Another.
Ooh.
The goalie took charge. Honestly, you can't look at the keeper when the keeper is allowed to be the most physical person on the field. The keeper is allowed to protect himself with physicalness that most players are not allowed or don't get away with. Ryan Morris making himself available. Justin Gregory bringing the ball upfield. Now, as a captain of this squad, and I'm talking about the Brookdale team, you have to get your team a little calmed down here because they're a little errant right now. Their passing isn't what it was in the first half. Their frustration level seems to be a little. They seem to be getting annoyed at the no calls that are not being called.
Brookdale has 19 minutes and 42 seconds to just keep Gloucester at their goal, come away with, I wouldn't call an easy win, but a win nonetheless.
And again, this is where I say you're going to get everything that other team has to throw at you. Being down 1-0 and being the number 5 team in the country, not only are they now they're only down 1-0 with 19 minutes to play, they still feel like they have the chance to at the very least tie this up. And if you give another team hope, if you give another team a chance, the play is getting, I'm starting to watch the play getting a little rougher. I feel like the referee has to take a little bit of control here and reclaim it. But nonetheless, we have a corner kick going Brookdale's way.
One Brookdale goal here. This can put the game away.
And if you're Brookdale, you have to think in those terms. You have to seal the deal here. Anything less than locking this up with the second goal. Another nice save by your goalie, Zach Jeffries.
We'll say least amount of saves he's had. This game is 15.
Say 15. I'm still
feeling like there's more.
I tend to look at the quality of the ones. You know, 5 or 6 of them were very good shots or good scoring chances. So even though he may have saved 15 to 20 balls, 6 to 8 of those may have been quality scoring chances. A little high leg there. And another free kick for Brookdale. This time in their offensive third and wide to the right. Just looking to knock balls into the middle here. And it almost seems like a wasted kick by Justin Gregory. And I think as the captain, you have to be the voice of reason out there. You have to be the guy that calms everybody down and gets back to what you were doing in the first half that was working so well. Because they don't have Gloucester running from sideline to sideline like they did. They've gotten a little loose and a little sloppy. As much as I was impressed with them.
And Brookdale's really been in control for a majority of the game. I want to say at least 3/4 of the game they've had control of the ball.
This second half they've been in control, but they haven't been in control of themselves. They've been in control of the ball, but they have not been in control of what they've been able to do with it so much as they were in the first half.
And it seems like Gloucester has a lot of players that are great on defense, but they don't have that one forward that sticks out, that gets to the ball and gets past the Brookdale defender.
Nobody's got that breakaway speed to run onto a ball.
And Brookdale's got 3 players like that. Ryan Morris, Marco Fernandez, and Justin Gregory and Kyle Anacino. All 4 of those guys come back on defense and make stops.
And we are at the 16-minute mark now of the game.
And it seems like Gloucester has a lot of one-dimensional players. They're great on defense, but in terms of scoring and passing, they don't have that guy, and that's what
they don't have that goal scorer. And you got here comes the keeper off his line. The keeper has taken complete control for Gloucester. Has just completely taken control of that 18-yard area. He's loud. He's communicative.
And he does, and he gives great lead passes.
He does. And again, Gloucester got the ability to do something, and nobody's supporting him. And if you're playing for Gloucester, you've got to be a little disappointed at the support you get when you do have the slight chances that you're getting.
For Brookdale, majority of this game, they're going to, now I'm sure here on out, they're going to play keep away for the next 15 minutes.
I think they're playing keep away out of sheer necessity because they don't look like the same team that came out in the first half. They really don't.
You almost wish you can get a stat sheet of their day record.
Love to see what it looks like half by half. I do think they've had quality opportunity. I think they've had more opportunities to score goals in the second half. I don't think they've played as well fundamentally as they did in the first half, though.
In the first half against Bergen, Brookdale had 3 goals. And in the second half, Calanicino just put it away for his hat trick.
Oh, and he gives the ball up. Little scrum there in the middle of the field. Little.
This is a very critical time in this game.
On a big misplay from Ryan Morris.
Gloucester has to get a good pass in here.
Ball's played back in. Oh, and a free kick for Gloucester. At a very, very, very dangerous area. Brad Bennett now trying to set up his wall. It's a little time wasting. You step in front of the ball and make the referee walk you off. Ball is in play. Oh, what a nice cross. Just missed the head ball on net. It was a very nice set piece. Just what looked like inches away from a Gloucester head.
You're not going to get many opportunities like that.
Not with 12 minutes left. But if you're Brookdale, you need to be concerned. Coach Janazik definitely needs to be concerned with a little bit of the break. See, again. They are actually being beat to some balls now. Now, Mr. Bennett picks the ball up and dishes it out. And your captain, Pat Holliday, trying to take, and a shot on goal. Good take.
Right in the chest.
I want to see a little bit of movement or some knuckling on those. Wind has picked up here out in Lincroft. Another ball running on. Keeper comes out to take control.
I love how you say the wind's kicking in and we just got hit with a huge gust right after that. I'm loving the clouds right now.
I am. It's nice for, it's a nice little little break for the players as well. And you can see the ref is now trying to assert himself in what has not become chippy, but definitely very physical. Brookdale starts to move the ball up. And the goalie comes out again. Zach Jeffries. Now he is holding it. We are now under the 10-minute mark, and your own Jersey Blues are up 1-0 with under 10 minutes to play. And oh, and a nice move by the Gloucester player. It is getting a little rough and physical in here.
That's Tyler Gilson limping. Looks like he might have gotten a shinner.
He took something. Gloucester player left his feet completely to try and take one out of the air. He probably caught the tail end of it.
This is Pat Holliday all by himself.
Captain. Laying a ball out to the side. Now, if you're Brookdale, you really you have the need to tuck one away here. You know, looks like Brookdale will take a corner kick out of this while sending in some subs. But you really need to tuck one away here.
8:32 left in this game.
Anything can happen still at 1.
True.
1-0.
Gloucester has minimal time to tie this game up.
But they have time. Ball deflected onto the net.
And that was a good cross.
The goalie.
And it seems like Gloucester doesn't move quick enough with the ball either.
No, they're definitely a step slower.
It seems like their players hesitate.
A little tugging of the shirts there. And referee allowed play to play on, resulting in a corner kick for Brookdale. Again, the importance of tagging on a goal here and kind of just breaking their back at 7 minutes.
There's relaxation.
I mean, right, a goal at the 7-minute mark here would definitely be a backbreaker. You kind of want to end all of that. Oh, what a save. What a save. Beautiful flick. Caught the keeper by surprise. And regardless of the outcome of this game, Zach Jeffries has definitely played his heart out here. He is certainly Zach Jeffries has certainly played up to the challenge. And captain again, taking another shot. Justin Gregory. He's taken several of those sort of what were you thinking shots today.
This is going to be the longest 6 minutes of Brookdale's season in terms of winning.
This is one of those where the outcome is still, with just under 6 minutes to play, outcome is still in question. I think we've gotten a little spoiled calling kind of out-of-hand games.
This is true.
Between both the men and the women.
We're not used to this.
Though if Brookdale can hold on here without giving up a goal, it means every game we've called has been a shutout.
It's true.
Both men and women.
We're 5-0.
We need to go on the road with these folks.
This is true.
Should have a chat with coaches after the games. They need to start bringing us on the road.
We need a tour bus.
Even if they don't have cameras or microphones,
True.
we need to be, apparently we need to be a part of these.
That's true. Actually, my basketball season last year for Brookdale, I didn't see anything less than a 10-point win.
Nice.
Brookdale men did not lose one game I called. So hopefully I can bring that next season.
It would be nice.
So this upcoming season with you.
I think we have that magic, Gus.
Absolutely. We'll keep the streak alive.
A little certain something stuff that we got here. Sort of a errant kick, kicking at the air. Now, if you are Gloucester, here is where, even though you're getting free kicks, you shouldn't be looking to take your time. And they're sort of walking it up, walking it out, and kind of needs to be some importance to what you're doing here. These are very important free kicks that are taking place, and there just seems to be no emphasis on accuracy.
Come on, move around. Find space.
Keeper comes out, control. He needs to get it out. He needs to move that ball out. Still no urgency on Gloucester's part, which is a little scary.
I guess they're waiting for the third half.
Roll off that defender. Come on.
Somebody should let him know that ain't coming.
Maybe they're saving their best for the last minute.
Just scary, because I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
I've seen that last 30-second goal. I've been involved in some of that myself.
That's painful.
I've been involved on both ends of that, the scoring in the final 30 seconds and the being scored on in those final 30 seconds by a team that was, you know, we've been scored on by a team in the last 30 seconds that did nothing all game. And keeper Brad Bennett lets that ball go out, kind of walk off some time here.
Put it back in.
We're getting a substitution in for Gloucester. Ball in play, flicked on by the head, cleared out by Gloucester, and a throw in for Brookdale. Ryan Morris controls it. Throw in. As the wind plays a little part here. Under 2 minutes left.
Put it down. Put it down.
Oh, an error. It's a little confusing call there.
It's true, but it's not close enough for the ball to do damage. CJ, we have 41 seconds left.
We do. And cleared out. Now, if you're Gloucester, what you need to do is send all 10 players up. You send every player you have up. Because you know what? At 20 seconds left, if they score, they score. Creeping close to your 10 seconds. Now, if you're Brookdale, you know how to switch the field. Ryan Morris, another save by the keeper. Oh, and Brookdale could not close the deal. So there it is, Gus.
Brookdale Jersey Blues 1, Gloucester nothing, and a defensive, scrappy game. Nothing coming easy for Brookdale, but that one rebound shot for Kyle Anachino decided this game. Stay tuned for more Brookdale sports, and stay tuned for CJ's interview with the MVP of our game.